boy, oh boy, how the music industry has changed in the past 10 years. God help us. Stay tuned, we'll talk about it. It's me, Baxter.
And it's me, Sean.
That was a nice sequence that we did there.
We did.
We changed together.
That's
so
nice.
We were thinking about this. A lot of our shop friends have been sending us funny things, and we got so many funny things. I can't wait for them to all retire. But just because then we can put it on the internet. It's so funny. You have no idea. It's hilarious. But I was talking. They've been in the industry a lot longer than any of us have, and they have seen things change astronomically since their inception of the shop. Some of these shops are like 60 plus years old, but they've had multiple generations in it. And so, but we're just talking about the past 10 years.
Yes.
It has changed. It's like the invention of the computer, like
Right.
to pre-computer. It's almost what has happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like music industry to guitar shop, right? And that's almost as long as we've been open here. Now, for
Yes.
you, you've been here every one of those 10 years. I've been here like right at 5-ish, which is crazy to think about. It's changed a lot in 5 years, you know? But yeah.
And it keeps changing.
It keeps changing.
And when it's funny too, because like, and I always talk about with like, we all talk about work, we talk about it in our home with our families, how you, if you don't roll with the punches, you're pretty much out of the fight. It's like one of those things like you got to bob and weave, and then every once in a while Mike Tyson shows up and just knocks a few people out. It's like Punch Out. You can't. When you get to him, he's you're gone. Great game, Nintendo, NES,
Amazing
old school.
game.
Okay, so Fender, the Gibson, Taylor, Martin, all the big boys are now selling direct.
Oof. I was about to say, what do they all have in common? Yeah. They hate us.
No, they don't hate us. But the industry changed. The internet obviously changed everything, which is fine. I love the internet.
It's great.
I live on the internet. I wish I didn't, but I do. I'm kind of like, I feel like Tron sometimes. I'm just in the computer always, in your living room, wherever you are.
I wish it was like Tron. Wouldn't that be so much cooler?
Yeah. And the spiders.
Whenever you're dealing with crazy reverb people, you could just show up with your motorcycle.
Cannot wait
cut them
for
off
that.
in traffic.
Again, like stay tuned. Click like and subscribe for the channel because we have a great reverb story coming out soon. We don't even know the finale yet, but it's still hilarious and horrible.
Oh my God.
And some of the funniest people I've ever worked with, and not a positive way.
I hope we get a cardboard guitar back. That would make my day.
I
If
mean,
it was
it'd be
just
awesome.
a cutout. Like,
I have a feeling it's gonna be like a Squire replacement instead of the guitar. Anyway,
yeah.
Another story. So the big boys, all except for PRS, at the point of this video viewing, it could have changed, have gone direct. So that has obviously changed things a lot too. There's the Gibson Mod Shop online. There's the Gibson Demo Shop.
Yep.
There's Martin and Fender Reverb pages, and like they're all like creating these things that we're just gonna sell, you know, the Mexican built stuff plus a few custom shops.
yes. And they all, you know, especially Fender, already had an established website. They had a web brand already there that you can go and buy things from.
Yeah, well, so Fender went direct in 2015 or 15, I believe, is when they went direct. So they were direct they're the first in, and it started off as about 1 to 2% of their global sales, probably up to 5 to 6 or 7 by now.
Yeah,
which is pretty huge considering that's the entire ethosphere for a lot of independent shops. Anyway, not saying it's good or bad. It's just here. You got to be able to bob and weave with it. You have to have online business, have to have great websites, great customer service, hopefully like some type of Instagram and YouTube stuff. Anyway, Gibson garages. There's actual Gibson stores.
Gibson stores, which are great. I think from what I've heard, they seem like they're great. They've got cool guitars. They got
You
some
haven't
cool
been yet.
people. I haven't been yet. No.
Oh God, I forgot. Yeah, I've been multiple times because I'm a nerd.
Well, I hear that, and then I've heard counts of it not being as good as people would have expected, not from the instruments on the walls, but the way they were treated, and I'm neither here nor there on it because I haven't experienced it, so I
We've
don't know.
had some of our VIP customers have mediocre experiences there, but I think everybody goes in there expecting a little drops of heaven.
Yeah, like Slash is going to come down, he's going to be like, hey man,
Mark Ignice is going to walk by, hey, why don't we go take a hot tub together?
you want to go eat a sandwich?
Cigarette sandwich and a hot tub. I feel like that's what Mark Ignice would do if he met the right dudes. Like, let's go have a hot tub.
I think, you know what he wants? He wants a crew of boys just like us. And I think we can be those boys for you, Mark. Give me a holler. Give me a shout.
That's adorable.
You can find my Instagram, Lil Shawnzy.
But what I was going to say, like, it's still a guitar shop.
Yes, it
It's a
is.
guitar shop at the end of the day. And guess what's in guitar shops? Idiots like these guys.
That's right. And we, I'm sure we've made blunders in the past, and somebody would say, I had a terrible experience. We always strive to please, and
I hope not,
we
but-
rarely have those. I hope. I never hear of them. So, we try our best, though.
I remember once when I was this was the beginning days of casino, like a long time, and I hadn't slept. I think my wife had just had a baby too. So I'm going to take that as the blame. But I remember like working with someone, I don't remember what happened, but he got a guitar for really, really cheap. I know he lost a lot of money when I sold it.
Yeah.
But I think so he had a good time, but it probably had to be confusing time. So like, whatever, just have a chair with it. Would you like a hamburger? Would you like to take a hot tub and a cigarette and a sandwich? It was one of those moments, but that happens. The Guitar Center bankruptcies.
Yes.
Guitar Center has been like Gibson bankruptcies, Guitar Center bankruptcies. Guitar Center has been like the 25% of the market share for decades.
And then
it's changed. They're back. They're not back, but they're not dead. Sam Ash, massive closures just happened.
Yeah.
18 store closures. And when you go and you see the shops, like you can see it.
The Sam Ash one makes me actually genuinely sad because
Thumbs down to that because we love Sam Ash.
Sammy Ash was amazing as a human being, and Sam Ash itself it had a special place in my heart because that was the only shop that I went to outside of little nice high-end or even just regular boutique shops, mom and pops.
I'm still a big GC on Capitol Boulevard in Raleigh. I like to pop in there sort of incognito and hang out. I still like that shop.
All my boys were at Sam Ash, I'm sorry.
I know. My last visit there was a little disappointing because I did walk around for a while and no one said hello.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. It's sad.
It's just different.
Yeah, it's different.
So our thoughts are just how like these shops that have been there for 60, 50, 40, 70 years, some of the ones like Chuck Levins that have been here for decades, and some of the guys that work there have been there for decades, and they're awesome. Like these king salespeople, love them. They've seen it all. They've seen every rep from every manufacturer come through, and like, this is the best product ever. You got to have this product, and then they're gone. Like another one, decades. They see the other one every decade. But
the Crib Keek.
The landscape is so different. It's not even. They might as well be on the moon.
Yeah.
And I talked to some of my friends we don't understand what's happened. I'm like, man, like we all started a conference talking like it's not as bad as it seems, but it's also really scary.
Yeah.
Like you got to stay in your game.
Well, and let's do this too. I'll pose this question to you. 10 years ago, roughly 10 years ago, when you were starting this shop, how different do you feel as it's been? And you're good about the bobbing and weaving, as we'll say, but modifying to the changing market. How different do you feel like it is compared to the early days to now?
I feel the landscape has changed astronomically.
Yes.
But like you said, we do bob and weave quite a bit. And something I've noticed is like our core goal of our delivery to customer has not changed at all. Like, and I was explaining this to a guy at the hospital earlier today. He was like, we were talking about the guitar shop. It's like, our whole thing is not about how many guitars do you sell, how many hooks have you cleared, what products or SKUs are coming in and out. It's really, it's often, when you take delivery of a guitar, how much fun did you have? How happy are you? Are you having a good time? And maybe that's just old-fashioned sales. Or maybe it's just, we're terrible business people too, and we should be happy.
I mean, and from what it sounds like on that too, and just to speak on it as somebody within the system, right, that we have here, is that that is very much the ethos of it. And then on top of that, it is constantly thinking of new ideas as to, well, how do we present the great guitars that we love to start off with? Because we don't carry anything that we don't love. So if it's here, we probably, for the most part, 99%, I'm not going to say everything, but 99% we love it. So how do we get that out to people?
And we've taken chances on stuff like that we think we're going to love, and then, and you look at our history and like you'll see we don't sell those anymore.
Yeah.
It's like there's certain brands we brought in, like, this is not our fit for us. We don't like it.
That's right.
It doesn't really work with us. We can't sell them because we don't love them.
Yeah, and I think that's super cool. I think that is something that was failed with a lot of places because it was, well, we'll just have absolutely everything and we'll just sell it because it's just stuff. We're not about stuff.
Now here's the fun silver lining of this whole thing that when we were studying this and sort of diagnosing and analyzing, is through all the doom and gloom of the change, like what's really happened though, the few, the strong, the brave, the unique independents have not just survived, but they have thrived. Like I've noticed some of the businesses exploding, like ours did, a lot of other independent shops that were sort of in our sphere and size, like business, doubled, tripled, and it's maintained too. Yep. And that's all in part to not just all the stuff we're talking about, but mainly, this is sort of silly, but to you guys who make the choice with your pocketbooks and you're buying dollars for your guitar, discretionary funds to shop from independents. When you can go to big box, you choose an independent. When you can go direct, you choose an independent. When you can go online and some of the other marketplaces, you still choose an independent shop. And like you keep those guys chugging, usually always guys, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But no, it is. It's like that matters. And when I shop too, I try to use my own shopping dollars in the same way.
Yeah. Well, before I worked here, the meaning of shop local, it took on. Before I worked here, it wasn't as much of a thing to me. And then once I started working here, it took on a whole new meaning because I realized what it means more than just, okay, well, I'm not buying something from a Walmart. No, it means that whoever you are buying something from, you're supporting their family, their dreams, their business, their livelihood, their kids, their everything. And on top of that, you make a connection with people, Even for us, working with other shops, side by side, just in communication, all the friends that we've made at all these places, whether it's the acoustic shop or more YouTube-based
Or
with Jeremy
Tobias
Attorney.
Music in Downers
Tobias
Grove.
Music, CME, even Sweetwater, like the big thing, right?
No, but
They're
there's real
amazing
people we've met there too.
Yeah.
But we still send people there for certain things, and it's just like. But when you have those choices, we appreciate that you make your choices to buy with us and all of our friends out there in the universe. It means a lot. Like my friends at Wildwood, Music Zoo, Music Emporium. I love that shop too. And then
Thunder
Music
Road,
Villa.
Music Villa.
I'm saying every music place possible.
Yep.
But I think that kind of sums it up.
I think so
And
too.
it makes everything fantastic and button it up. But hey, thanks for joining us. Thanks for shopping with us. Thanks for watching this YouTube channel for the past few years too.
That's right.
And welcoming Strange Sean into the family.
Thank you. It's been amazing. I've had a ton of fun.
And if any of you are watching this too, and you're out at Merle Fest, we're going to be there
We will be
this
both
whole
be there.
week.
Yes,
Yeah,
we might have some goodies. Like we usually take a couple of casino hats, and the shirts are hard because there's so many sizes. But we try and take a couple of shirts too. So
And underwear.
yeah, and underwear
And
So
onesies,
swing
baby
by.
onesies.
And you can also give Baxter a kiss on the lips if you come by our booth. All you got to do is say the magic word,
And be
which
female.
I'll tell you in the comments.
That's it. Thanks for joining us again. Like, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
Peace be with you.
See you next.
Take care.